to ask, just 22 straight double-doubles now, now that we're in the tournament. Is that ever something that's straight on your mind? And, just what goes into just consistently playing your best ball right now?
I'm just trying to be dominant, and that's scoring the basketball and rebounding, and so I'm just trying to make sure that I do that.
Thank you.
There we go. Sorry. Aliyah, Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Coach Mike Neighbors just said that one of the things that really separates you guys is that your bigs can guard guards and your guards can guard bigs better than maybe any team in the country. I'm curious for you, how much do you think that separates you guys from other teams? And also, how much of a challenge is that coming to the college game when you're a big and you maybe guard someone you're not quite used to guarding?
Yeah, it could be a challenge, but I think for us, we work on it every day. In practice, we work on it. If we have to switch, just making sure we're keeping them in front of us because we know we have help side. I definitely think that's something that separates us, and so we're just going to keep doing it.
This is for Brea. This is Matt Dowell from Watch Fox in Columbia. Brea, you guys are the vets now. You guys have a lot of young players who are experiencing this tournament for the first time. It's very different from the regular season. So what have you guys been telling them just about how to manage this weekend?
I think really just emphasizing that it's no different than our last games. We have to stick to the same routine, the same disciplined actions that we've been doing, and just continue playing the basketball we're best at.
Brea, this is for you. Your ability to lock in on the opposing team's top scorer, kind of walk us through, give us a little insight into your mentality when you step on the floor, and why is it that you feel like you've been able to, it seems like this year, all year long, you've progressively just gotten better and better as it pertains to just locking down their top scorer?
I think for me, it's like just knowing personnel. You really have to understand who you're guarding. You can't just go guard a shooter the same way you're going to guard a driver. Like, you really have to know the difference and really lock into that aspect. And I think, like, as years go on, I just really locked into that. Like, I really just understood, like, I need to take scout serious. I need to study it on my own. I need to watch film. So I think that's the difference from my freshman year till now.
This is for Aliyah. Aliyah, LA had such a good game in this. Just what's it like for you to have someone who can come off the bench and put up 16, 6, and you guys can kind of relax knowing that you got bigs that can come in and be just as productive as you are?
Yeah, it's really good. Tish played a really great game tonight. She's a great facilitator and a great communicator, and so she just pushes us and helps us through everything, and so I'm just really happy that she killed it.
Thank you, Aliyah and Brea. You're all set.
Thanks so much.
Questions for Coach?
Teresa Walker, the Associated Press. Dawn, it seemed like the shots weren't falling early, maybe not so great through the game, but the one thing you all did really well, getting to the line and finishing there. How key is being able to lean on that maybe when the shots aren't falling the way you usually get them to go?
Yeah, Coach Boyer pointed out that, at one point in the third quarter we were shooting 18%. And I'm like, we are making free throws. We need to be aggressive. Obviously, our shots weren't falling, so we had to continue to attack the basket, continue to attack the boards, and find a way to score. I mean, it's, you can't have too many empty possessions when you're playing teams in our league. So I thought we did a great job at balancing our missed shots with getting to the free throw line.
Dawn, what LA was able to do today, I know the game just ended just a couple minutes ago, but what did you notice about just her aggression and how she attacked the basket? And then two, what do you feel like you might have seen from her that you guys can rely on through the remainder of this tournament?
LA, you have to look at LA. We put her in a mixer, so to speak. She started out the year playing, the 4 spot. Henny got hurt early in the year, and we moved her to the point guard position. And then when Henny came back, we moved her back to the 4. And then she ended up going with her Canadian national team. So she's had to adjust to being in, different positions and places. And I think now things are just settling in. I do think she, going back with her national team helped her. I think it helped and hindered, I think it helped her mentality. I think it hindered just being with our team. And now, I think now she's adjusted to this is what it is. I think she's slowing down. The game is coming a little bit, clearer to her, and she's able to just utilize her entire skill set because she's long, she's athletic. I mean, she can do a lot of things with the basketball. I think once she takes her time and sees the game coming, she can facilitate from being at the point. I mean, at the forward. I think she's still got guard. She's got a guard mentality. She is a guard, really. It's just unfortunate that we aren't able to play her, at the various spots throughout the season because we got 15 players, 15 eligible players.
With it being postseason play, how much does it help being able to play a lot of bench players and allowing starters to rest?
We like to call them reserves.
Sorry. Just reading off Zoom.
I got you. I mean, we've been building, creating a lot of confidence with our second and third units. We got actually 3 units of players, and I know they've been chopping at the bit to play. But we want to make sure when we play good basketball. They have a really good understanding of what we want to accomplish because it's all learning. We don't want this year to be a year in which they miss some steps. So when next year comes, they're not repeating the same mistakes. So it's pretty cool that in this type of setting you can utilize. I think we played 11 players. So I think that's pretty cool. Unlike a whole lot of teams that's here at the tournament.
Dawn, Arkansas is such a tough team. It just feels like no matter what the lead is, they're always capable of getting back into it with the way they shoot the ball. How did you like your team's focus in this game for the entire game? And also, how tricky was this opponent for an opener?
I mean, Arkansas is Arkansas. They're going to put you back on your heels. They're going to shoot threes. They're going to drive it down your throat. Very, very little in between as far as mid-range besides Ramirez. So you know exactly how they're going to play in their style of play. You have to lock in. I thought we locked in for the most part. I thought there were a couple of lapses in the first half and second half where we didn't communicate early enough, and they made us pay for it. But we got a seasoned team that really, rebuild touched on it. They really lock into the personnel. They really lock in on the tendency that we'll face, and there's not a whole lot of opportunities that we let our guard down from a defensive standpoint.
Hey, Dawn, I wanted to ask on an update on Destiny Littleton. What happened there, and how is she doing right now?
She got the wind knocked out of her, but she came back. I just checked on her. She said she's fine.
Football might be over this season, but basketball is in full steam for both pros and college hoops. For all the latest odds, totals, player performance props, to where the next fired coach is going to land, BetOnline is the #1 spot for all your sports betting needs. Head over to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Use our promo code BELIEVE to get started. That's promo code BLEAV. And it's not just basketball. BetOnline is your source for hockey, boxing, and UFC odds, right to the Olympic coverage, is the best in the business. From sports right down to your favorite Vegas casino games, BetOnline is your #1 online wagering destination. BetOnline, the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports and play your favorite games. BetOnline, where the game starts.